Okay, and then you also mentioned that you were doing a lot of work with the Egyptian Space Agency and also the Moon Village Association. What was your motivation behind that, and what exactly do you do for those two organizations?
Okay, so back to the point that I said about creating a community. I don't really care about names as much as I care about a cause. So the cause is how can we create a sustainable community in Egypt that would be able to unite, inspire, and involve all of the young professionals and catalyze, the progress being done in the space industry. That is something that every country needs. So for you to do that, you need to create, that community. You need to inspire them and you need to have them involved in tasks. And these tasks have to have long-term and short-term benefits. So that is what is needed. Now, the opportunity came with the formation of the Moon Village Association. And I know Egypt has been recently very interested in being more active in the space industry. And they're hosting the African Space, the African
Agency, yeah.
agency, yes, and they're doing a lot of work in that path. So there is interest, and at the same time, the Moon Village Association is trying to grow internationally and gain momentum with the Moon Rush and a lot of these activities. And everybody really feels excited and passionate about the moon. I mean, just imagine being able to be part of a project that helps, that ends up going there. It is something that everybody I think would be interested in. So what I started working with the Egyptian Space Agency on is trying to unite those in my network and in theirs, some young professionals. Right now, we have more than 30 young space professionals, some of them in industry abroad, some of them are studying in different universities in Egypt and elsewhere. And what's common with all of them is they all actually care about space and want to be part of it or are already part of it. And then we started working on a roadmap for how Egypt can contribute to the lunar economy. And that roadmap is not just how can we get to the moon, as much as how can we build a sustainable industry and activities that would enable us to go to the moon, but also have a mature space industry. So I would not say it's as big as a national strategy, but it's what a group of what a group of young professionals can do to assist, with the community making and setting a plan instead of having individual distracted efforts. So our group, we started with 5-10 people, and now we are reached 30 after we've been working for more than a year. Actually, we're going to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary in a couple of weeks. I hope you all attend that session. And we've broken ourselves into several teams. So we have a scientific team, we have a technical team, we have a marketing and outreach team, we have one that does events, and we have the one that creates education programs. And we also have those who are managing all of that. So all of that organization, and each team has a different set of goals and they coordinate with each other. And there's also those who manage coordination between the space agency itself and that group of young professionals. And we set up our roadmap early on, and then we looked how can we implement it. So we created these different verticals, and we are trying to create events to engage the community. We're trying to improve existing space educational programs using very, very small things, but they are incremental improvements. We're trying to do some marketing for ourselves and space in Egypt in general. So the marketing and outreach team actually supports the other teams in different ways. We have a technical team because whatever we do, it has to have some technology in it. We're not just going to be creating events. We are actually, having a large people just studying subsystems and how they perform in lunar environment and studying the mission profile and what you can do to get there and how can you develop some of these technologies. We have a whole team studying the payload. So are we going to go to the moon or not? Why would we do that? What are the benefits? What are the requirements? That is a big area. And we have some brilliant young professionals, scientists, engineers, people who are working in different fields. And this, I see it as a seed. So it's not just about the MVA. Now we have a group of people that knows each other and that are organically growing. In a year, in a couple of years, that group of people will start growing, and they are organizing SG Egypt. So the same group is not just working on MVA. They are doing SG Egypt in a couple of days, actually. And they are engaged in other activities with other organizations. So we are seeing that Egyptian Space Society starting to become true, and it will be a lasting thing. And that will be the core that will engage with the youth, and the youth will be able to explore opportunities and get with the Egyptian Space Agency or other companies that are growing in this domain. So that is the direction that that is the opportunity. And a lot of people understand that. And a lot of people are believing of that. And everybody just helps with whatever they can. It is very time consuming, I must say, but it's interesting and it's fun. And it's something that will not just have short term benefits, but long term as well, I hope. Let's see how it goes.